Hello everyone, B Junior here from the Endurance Productions Movie Cave channel. Gonna do a little DVD reviewage for you today, guys. Watched a little interesting movie the other day. A little movie entitled 8213 Gacy House. As you can see by the creepy little cover there, it's got something to do with the clown killer John Wayne Gacy. But it's not what you think. This little movie really surprised me. It was sent to me recently by the wonderful folks over at Echo Bridge Entertainment for review as a screening copy, and I gotta say I was impressed by the difference of this movie. Rest assured, this isn't a movie that's just about John Wayne Gacy and the killings that he did and all that. This is a work of fiction, but it's a movie made in the vein of Paranormal Activity, The Last Exorcism, Blair Witch Project, and even got a taste of ghost hunting shows like Ghost Hunters International and stuff like that thrown in there for a good mix. This movie basically sort of like an X-Files episode where it's about 75% truth to set up the story, then the rest of it's just all fiction. What it is, we all know the story about John Wayne Gacy. Okay, he was basically a serial killer in the mid to late 70s that went around killing young people and stuffing them under his house. As gruesome as that may be, that's not really the basis for this film. That's kind of just the setup. It's basically done in a Blair Witch format where this is the footage that they found and they've kind of pieced it together and edited it together, a little bit like Diary of the Dead, where it's been edited in for dramatic format or for dramatic effect. Okay. Basically, it's about a team of ghost hunters that go into a house that was built on the prior location of John Wayne Gacy's house. John Wayne Gacy's house, that's kind of where they leave the truth behind. John Wayne Gacy, of course, went to jail shortly after the killing spree, and then his house was demolished. Someone built a house on top of that site, and what they've learned is that they can't keep any tenants in the house, basically, as the story goes, due to the disturbances of paranormal activity. A lot of people think that it's coming from the ghost of John Wayne Gacy, who's already passed on and has returned to his old stomping grounds or old roots, basically. This movie surprised me a little bit. What I got to say about it, guys, is that even though it's not a theatrically released movie, a straight-to-video effort from Echo Bridge, I believe it was put out by production studio called The Asylum, and it was released on home video by Echo Bridge Entertainment. It really surprised me because, you know, I'm kind of biased in that effect. I got to stop and do a little disclaimer, really. I really enjoy the ghost hunting shows on TV. I watch Ghost Hunters International, regular Ghost Hunters, and whenever they go to haunted places on Earth and stuff like that on Travel Channel and stuff like that. I'm kind of a nerd that way. I enjoy those shows. Not really, you know, are they true? Do I believe a lot of it? No. I just I enjoy the technology aspect of it. The thermal cameras, the meters that they use, the temp gauges, all that stuff, all the different types and styles of cameras, night vision, all that stuff that they use. I've always been fascinated with that, and I like to play with cameras too. So that's where I'm kind of biased. So I was going to, I can watch Paranormal Activity. I'm a fan of Blair Witch Project. Diary of the Dead, I can watch that one too. So, you know, just saying that going into that, just keep that in mind in my review here. I'm going to do a fair review of it. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons and what I think about it. Let's go ahead and do a little rundown on the story. Then we'll get more into the picture quality, sound quality, and everything of the disc itself. Again, 8213 Gacy House. It's a story about a group of paranormal investigators, much in the vein of Ghost Hunters. There's the tech guy, there's the main investigator guy, there's the professor from the college, all the kind of trademark people that you would see on a ghost hunting team. They get together and they go to this house that's been built on John Wayne Gacy's old house's site, rather, to investigate all the sightings and documentation of paranormal events that have come about as a result. They go in there, they set up their cameras, do all the same things that you would expect, and much like the movie Paranormal Activity, you have a lot of happenings during the night. A lot of things, did I just see that? You know, you start asking yourself, did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I see a shadow? little happens in the beginning. It takes a little while to get going. And there's also the stereotypical or trademark psychic on the team as well, and she's probably the cheesiest role in the whole group. But overall, they kind of hit all the right points, and that's where it kind of surprised me. I thought that it wasn't going to be as enjoyable as it was because it didn't have a theatrical release or anything of that nature. But through watching this, the story kind of unfolds in true format where things start happening more often through sound effects, atmospheric effects, things of that nature, things happening on film, letting your mind run with it, type style of filmmaking. I got to say, overall, I was just kind of, sitting back. I cranked up the surround sound. That helped a lot. So don't expect a whole lot in the acting department. You can tell that they're really trying to make this like it was archived footage or footage that they found at the site and they just kind of pieced it all together. It's in that kind of format. But I won't give away the ending or anything like that. But just know that it does have it's not about John Wayne Gacy, but it does have a basis in Gacy, and they may or may not be having sightings of Gacy. You don't really know that, so, and I don't want to give away the climax or anything like that. So just basically watch it with a grain of salt, and remember, this is territory that's been treaded on before with movies like Quarantine and that first-person handheld job. So keep that in mind whenever you're watching it. I can say overall, as far as the story goes, it's pretty straightforward with all the movies that's come before it. It doesn't really offer anything majorly new in that department, but it gives you an enjoyable experience, I thought. Overall, if you like ghost hunting shows, you're going to like this one probably. To get down to the DVD representation here, I'm unsure if this one's actually been released on Blu-ray for the home video market as of yet, but I do know that you can pick this up at Echo Bridge Entertainment's website. It won't hurt your bank too bad. And also, from what I hear tell from other YouTubers, you're probably going to start seeing this one pop up at your local retailers like Walmart, Kmart, and places like that. So rest assured, it'll be out there one way or the other. Or try Amazon. The old catch-all Amazon, it might be on there as well. This is a widescreen presentation, 1:8:5:1 ratio. And I got to say, in its defense of only being a DVD, the picture quality for movies of this kind, remember, they're not going to look like District 9 or anything like that because of the way they're filmed with the handheld kind of non-theatrical type style of cameras that they use for these movies. So don't expect it to be like the best 35mm print in the world because I don't think it was filmed on that. But what you got to realize is for this DVD to be the type of style film that it is, it looked really good. I have to really, I'm not just saying that, guys. I really do give it kind of a halfway picture quality seal of approval there because it looks as good as any of these type of movies can look. Sound quality on this I thought was very good for just a standard DVD. I'm unsure as to what if it's a 2.0 stereo mix or 5:1. It sounded to me like it was a 5:1 Dolby Digital, but it's not denoted on the actual cover art itself, so I guess that's in the con department for it, but not overall anything that'll take away from the story or the enjoyment of it. Just to trick it out, be sure to turn on your surround sound if you have the means. You won't be sorry. Let me take a little break here, guys. Let me get a little Coke here. Can't roll without the Coca-Cola. But guys, overall an enjoyable experience if you like ghost hunter movies. That's the way I'm going to kind of say, kind of the basis for checking this one out. Overall, as far as special features, it's not totally bare bone. It does have a small documentary that's a kind of a mock pseudo documentary with all the players in the movie kind of gearing up, giving you their thoughts on what they're going to see before they actually go to the quote-unquote Gacy house. So it's kind of like a mock interview sessions that they put in there too, which is kind of enjoyable, especially after you watch the film. So I would probably watch the documentary definitely after you watch it. A lot of people would probably watch it beforehand, but I think it's a lot funnier if you just watch it afterwards. So I would probably do it in that fashion. Guys, the tagline is the search for the ghost of Gacy. They may or may not find him. You'll have to watch and find out. I gotta say, for a straight to home video release in the vein of all those ghost hunting movies like Paranormal Activity, Last Exorcism, things like that, you could do a lot worse, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you like those type of films, This is going to be something you want to pick up and at least view a few times. Get some friends together. This is going to be one of those you want to watch in a crowd, whether you're just kind of having party night or goof off night or whatever. Get a little crowd of people together, crank up the surround sound. You'll have your best bang for your buck there. Otherwise, guys, if you're not really into the ghost hunting movies and you just want to check it out first, check for it on Netflix or go to your local video store, see if they have it yet for rental. Try it out first before you buy the cow, so to speak. There's the back cover, some stills from the movie there. A little closer shot of the front cover. There again, guys, I'm going to give it the DVD straight to video home seal of approval for me, but remember, I'm a little biased because I like ghost hunting movies. But there you have it, 8213 Gacy House. Watch it if you will, and watch out if Gacy's lurking in the shadows. That's right. Rock on, dudes. Thank you again to Echo Bridge Entertainment for this screening copy. It was worth the watching, and I really appreciate it. There again, I will leave a link below for Echo Bridge Entertainment's website so that you can go over and check for a copy of this if you're interested. Mind you, they also have a plethora of different genres. They had a lot more videos over there than I really ever thought that they had produced or released, so check them out. They got a good few things to choose from. A lot of science fiction, kung fu, action, you name it, it's over there. Take care, dudes, and I'll catch you next time.